shit show.
Johnny B, motherfucking Buzz,
Welcome to the shit show.
Hi, the roaster, the blues man, we got you, baby.
Welcome to the shit show.
Yeah. All right, Buzz is up in this house, I believe.
Yep, not feeling normal.
Why is that? What's wrong with you? Because you got Bill staring at you?
Well, there's that. And
Yeah.
I've been in fucked up houses for like 14 months.
When you say you have had it with moving around from home to home.
This is such a nightmare. I mean, you can't even believe it. First of all, every place is shitty. As soon as you get it, you keep finding out exactly how more shitty it is than you originally thought. And then you find out that they're running surveillance video to see if you're wearing your mask right
In your house, in your apartment,
in the building, right?
Okay.
And it's like as somebody's reviewing these.
Jeez.
There. Who is that? Let's get him.
Right there's a guy. Look at him. Right there. It looks like Buzz.
I mean, it's just.
I'm confused though. Wait, you're moving. Okay, your original place burned down.
Right.
Then you moved to another place.
I moved to the Diplomat Hotel.
That was where it was a pretty bad area.
Gang graffiti and prostitutes, drug dealers, and right across the street, Tony's Fresh Market, the greatest grocery store in Chicago.
It's everything you need. See?
Everything, and a 24-hour subway up the street.
Buzz always finds the bright spot. Yeah. If you don't get shot on the way to ordering your foot-long sub.
Hookers, gangs, and sandwiches.
Wow, look at that. He gets a BJ while he's in line waiting for his sub. Okay. First of all, I did not order the BJ.
Right. Well, you can't. Everybody's wearing a mask. You can't understand any of the orders. You said a BJ. Okay, you got one.
Yeah, they're already brain surgeons at Subway anyway. Yeah, can I get the avocado tuna? Do you want avocado on that? Yeah, it's the fucking name says avocado on it. Are you stupid? And then most of the people, the people that work at these places, they don't even look up. Right. They don't even look. They never give you eye contact. They just go, what'd you say? We home eat right. Okay, I'm sorry. What's that? Oh, Jesus, you just squirt off in it.
At Subway, you can point. You can do a lot of pointing. You can get a lot done with your fingers.
You sure as hell can, Buzz. You can get a lot done with your fingers. That's right. Okay, let's follow this rant closer. So now you've moved to another place. You got out of the Diplomat. We're in House 1 burned down. Diplomat, hookers, graffiti, and Subway, and Tony's Market. Now you move to...
the Marine Drive apartment.
Well, I don't need an address.
Well...
You could tell me like...
Are you going to jump in the car and come see me? What?
I wanna come over to your house, Buzz. I do not like being with JB anymore. He is annoying as shit.
You are stuck, my friend.
Kiss off, you bastard. Give me a BJ.
All right. Billy. Happy New Year, Billy.
Fuck you.
No animals were harmed in the making of this program, except squirrels.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Buzz coughing. That's what we do during testing right there. What up? Happy New Year, motherfuckers. It is the shit show 2021. It goes on. Still having fun. Hey, I guess you're supposed to tell people to rate and comment and subscribe and then share wherever you get your podcasts. Apparently, that's a thing. You gotta, and I'm hearing even like Dana Carr, they're saying, hey, don't forget to rate our podcast and subscribe to the podcast. I guess that's how you keep hope alive. Did you hear the mention about how excited you were about Subway?
Yes.
I know one thing, we are definitely on target. Our number is 833-LOON line. That's where they leave voicemails. 833-LOON line. That's the number.
You are so right on about Subway. Okay, what do you need? You know what angers me about Subway? When I order the Subway milk, and then they ask me if I would like it toasted. It's a melt. Subway melt. Of course I want it toasted.
Yep. Oh, it's going to get worse, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get worse. Voicemail 833-LOON line.
Hello, Buzz. I am very glad that you find us entertaining at your local Subway. We are very entertained with you coming in. We love to see you. Next time, trim it up.
Next time, trim it up. Of course, even the Subway guy does want you to trim it up. All right, so you're excited that you live next to a Subway, and a lawsuit now is saying that Subway's tuna salad doesn't have any actual tuna in it. There you go.
Yeah. Well, in Europe, they have declared the Subway bread cannot be referred to as bread.
Yeah.
Because it's got too much sugar in it.
Yep. No basis in law says there's any tuna in the Subway tuna sandwich. That's what I'm talking about.
Have you tried the soup at Subway? And I'm not talking about the tuna salad. I always get the tuna where they ladle out your tuna onto the bread. There's always that white puddle of tuna water. It's like a tuna gazpacho. Just want to bring in a really long straw and go, oh, that's where I crossed the line? Joe, it's funny, Joe did that tuna water joke.
That's right. Now, there he is, Jimmy Gaffigan, the one, the only. Oh, he's got more food stuff.
Hello, America.
Hello,
this
Jim.
is Jim Gaffigan,
I know.
and you are listening to my father, Jonathan Brandmeier.
What a son he has been to me over the years. Okay, so in the Washington Post, they did a thing. These people are suing them. They say this tuna is not tuna. It's beyond saying the attorney declined to discuss the exact results of the test with the Washington Post, saying that it was not tuna and not fish. The legal filing says the Subway sandwich, the tuna sandwich, is a mixture of various concoctions that do not constitute tuna. Yet have been blended together by defendants to imitate the appearance of tuna.
They did a good job.
Yeah. What are we saying? Hey, man, we can't catch any tuna this year. Well, make it look like tuna. What the hell is going on?
Well, they don't actually say what it is, though.
No.
I mean, we don't know what we're eating.
It's the mixture. All they said was, it is a mixture of concoctions that do not constitute tuna and have been blended together by defendants to to imitate the appearance of tuna.
Can't you just order the concoction sandwich?
Yeah. Do you want tuna in that?
Seems like they have an obligation to tell you what you're going to eat if you buy it from them.
They're too busy preparing the sandwich.
Should I go to Subway? And not just because it's fun watching a clinically depressed person throw together your sandwich. They make it right in front of us. You'd think they'd do it with a little bit of flair. You want mayonnaise? Sure.
Yeah, you see, it's not just me. I always thought it was just me. Like I would go in there and want some. Now I know that the tuna's not tuna. And how are they going to fight that? How are you going to beat that one? They can't call it bread. They can't call it tuna. If it's not any fish.
And what are they going to do now?
Yeah, what are they going to do now? Other than deny the claim.
Right.
Jonathan Brandmeier.
Hey, who's on the 20?
Oh, Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, that's right. So here's what the women's group wants to do. They want to take Andrew Jackson off.
President.
And a president, and put Harriet Tubman on.
They should put just a half a portrait of a woman on one side of the bill, since they end up with half of our money anyway.
There he is, Gino. Gino. Giovannutte Gino Cappuccino. What's his Twitter, Mac? What's Gino's Twitter?
At Gino Monoman.
Always sending some crazy stuff. Our email's brandmeiershow@gmail.com, and there's a guy who sent me a picture. He defaced a dollar bill. Okay, so on the dollar bill, it says one, O-N-E. And he wrote on it, B-O-N-E-R. Boner. Okay. Thank you, Mark Whitstock. I mean, that's going to replace the dollar bill. If Boner replaced the $1 bill, that would be fine. Women nominated, the White House is recommending and recommitting now to the Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. The Biden administration says it's exploring ways to speed up the $20 bill featuring abolitionist Harriet Tubman. The other ones
just had a movie made about her.
Oh, yes, Ozzie and Harriet, the Underground Railroad sitcom. That was funny. She's going to be on the 20 in a dark coat with a white collar and a white scarf. And Gino was tweeting that Meghan Markle these are runner-ups, Meghan Markle Lori Loughlin, Ronda Rousey, the UFC champ, Ellen DeGeneres, Lorena Bobbitt, and Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen, Octomom, Nadia Suleiman, Virginia McCaskey, and Elliot Page. Okay. Those are people that did not make it onto the $20 bill. Ben Carson?
Well, I think Andrew Jackson was a tremendous secretary. A tremendous president. Andrew Jackson was the last president who actually balanced the federal budget, where we had no national debt.
And here he gets kicked off the $20 bill.
Right. So in honor of that, we kick him off of the money.
But are you anti-Harriet Tubman?
No. Okay. I love Harriet Tubman. Right. I love what she did. But we can find another way to honor her. Maybe a $2 bill.
Presidents. Dead presidents. All right, they'll get to that when they get to it. They've got other things to worry about, I believe. I think it's called COVID. Shit show continues. 2021. Larry King, is still dead. But check your sources. Is Larry King, in fact, still dead?
Yes.
He's still dead?
Yep.
100%?
100%.
Okay, he is dead.
Doesn't mean he can't come back.
That's right.
Brandmeier, get out of here.
All right, Larry. His ghost haunts me to this day. All right, so Larry King, was he frozen or wasn't he frozen? Was he frozen?
Larry King?
Yes, Larry. Yes, that's some of Larry King is in one of the Subway sandwiches. What's in there? Was Larry King cryogenically frozen after his death? He wanted the full Ted Williams treatment.
When you die, it's bye-bye, baby. Goodbye. So the only hope, the only fragment of hope, is to be frozen, and then someday they cure whatever you died of, and you're back.
Yeah.
That's what he's waiting for.
Okay, so Larry King wanted to be frozen. So the question then this week was he frozen?
We're told that King had a traditional service, but he was not frozen.
There you go. He's not. Are you sure?
We're told that King had a traditional service, but he was not frozen.
Okay, so, but Ted Williams is still frozen.
I think so.
Yeah. Do you remember what happened with Ted Williams?
There was a family fight. I know.
Yeah, and his head's off now. He doesn't have his head.
Are they saving it someplace else? Is it?
It's there, but it's not connected to the body.
You can fix that later.
Okay, let's be clear. What is cryogenically freezing a person? So you freeze this person, and then they're waiting until the world is safer to come out, and then they come out, and then they
get their heads back.
If you're Ted Williams, you get your head sewn back on. So he had a family dispute, as you say. He had wishes to be cremated, but his son, John Henry, and his daughter wanted to have him frozen.
Yeah.
Listen, if I have my wishes, I want you to hear me now, family upstairs. If my wishes are to be thrown into a lake and have arrows shot at me, that is what you do. I don't care if it's against the law.
Once you're dead, though, you're up for grabs.
That's not right. Those are your wishes, aren't they?
Well, they are, but Ted Williams, he's a moneymaker, dead or alive. So.
A moneymaker, dead or alive. Is that what it comes down to now? His wishes mean nothing.
I believe that's what it does come down to.
I'll bet he wishes you were his son.
Well, doesn't mean I wouldn't keep him frozen, waiting for the right moment.
Because I don't care what you say, Buzz. It's not going to work. You're not going to unfreeze somebody.
Well, they do it all the time in the movies.
Yeah, in the movies. It's not going to happen. Well, anyway, the story with this kid, he wanted him to be frozen. His daughter wanted him to be frozen. They sent him to this Alcor cryonics facility in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is where his head fell off. In 2009, this guy put a book out called Frozen, My Journey into the World of Cryonics, Deception and Death. And he offered up details on how employees at the Alcor mistreated the Ted Williams Hall of Famer's body. He wrote, in one incident, where an empty tuna can was used as a pedestal to support Ted Williams' head. And he had it stuck to it during transportation from one container to another, a tuna can. By the way, there's a theme now running rampant through the shit show. Tuna. An Alcor employee said they decided to use a monkey wrench in an attempt to dislodge the tuna can from Ted Williams' head. No, I'm not making this up. Then he grabbed them.
High-tech stuff here.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, we got the tuna can stuck to his head. Then the employee at the Alcor facility, the cryonics facility, grabbed a monkey wrench, heaved a mighty swing, missing the tuna can completely, but hitting Ted's head dead center.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Jeez.
See what I mean?
This is not funny, Johnny.
No, I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying it's odd. Tiny pieces of frozen Ted's head were sprayed around the room. The author detailed how a second swing knocked the tuna can off Ted's head.
Boy, just to walk out of that room with a tiny little piece of Ted Williams would be such a thrill.
I'd take the tuna. The Alcor company denied all allegations. They said there was no mistreatment of Ted Williams.
They don't eat tuna.
Yeah. And what was a tuna can doing with
all
frozen
tuna
bodies?
comes from Subway.
It wasn't tuna. It was tuna from Subway. All right. Larry's not frozen.
Grandmaya, get out of here.
When you die,
I know.
it's bye-bye, baby.
That's
Goodbye.
right. Yeah.
So the only hope, the only fragment of hope, is to be frozen, and then someday they cure whatever you died of, and you're back.
Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. No question about it. Not a good
Larry
idea.
King come back.
Okay,
He's probably got another show lined up.
He's going to be on a show, just a frozen Larry. Do you, a frozen Larry King? Do you want to come back? Really, would you want to come back? I'm being very serious.
No, I would.
No, why?
When it's over, it's over.
Right. It's over. You're done. There's no need to move on. I mean, if you want to see a Larry King, frozen Larry King show, that would be worth watching. But,
Hey, Johnny.
I know.
Eat me.
But to me, you have a life. You're given a life. Make the most of this life you've got. Don't waste time. I agree. Live it to the hilt. Live it up. Work hard, play hard. Don't come back for a second act. There's no point in it. So Larry King is not frozen.
We're told that King had a traditional service, but he was not frozen.
Right. And the Tiger King has not been pardoned. Let's go to the news now. Jim Acosta, CNN. What do you got?
Word of potential celebrity pardons coming out in this list, and word that potentially Joe Exotic, a.k.a. Tiger King, could get a presidential pardon, annoyed this one Trump loyalist. And in the words of this Trump loyalist, he said, and I'll just put this in a quote here because these aren't my words, this is the words from a Trump ally, "I'll be pissed if that dipshit does make the president's list of pardons and my client doesn't."
That is, and to watch Wolf Blitzer's face when Jim Acosta at CNN delivered that.
"I'll be pissed if that dipshit does make the president's list of pardons and my client doesn't."
All right.
And he didn't make it.
Dipshit.
I mean, that's the worst part. Not only does he not get a pardon, but he gets labeled a dipshit.
Yeah.
Like, what?
He's watching TV in prison. Wait a minute. What did he just say?
"I'll be pissed if that dipshit does make the president's list of pardons and my client doesn't."
Yeah.
Oh, the best damn stream in the whole wide world. It's the Brand Meyer Shit Show.
Yeah.
Shit show.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Hey, Johnny B.
This is the new Not Normal.
More and more people are finding themselves dangerously addicted to social media. The average user now reports spending 3 hours per day online. They're spending money on phone jails and therapy to quit their addiction to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. But not LinkedIn. That's because LinkedIn is the only social network that is proven to be 100% non-addictive. In fact, our users spend less than 5 minutes per day on LinkedIn, and many spend 0 minutes per day. You won't have to struggle to stop using it because you already aren't. So join the millions of people who have probably forgotten they have LinkedIn accounts and get back to enjoying your life. Have you ever heard anyone say they're eating too many raisins? Exactly. LinkedIn. We're the raisins of social media.
That is exactly where I'm at. That's exactly, I don't know how I got on LinkedIn, but I'm on LinkedIn. I must have signed in once to read a story. Next thing you know, they keep sending me things, and people forget they're on it. That's exactly what's going on. These are things that LinkedIn is sending me, thinking that they would be perfect for me, Jonathan Brandmeier, Johnny B, to go ahead and apply for. They think these fit me. And maybe they know something I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to be helpful. Hey, Buzz, are you getting arrested?
No, I don't think so.
That would be great if you got arrested on the air.
I can't imagine for what though. I haven't done anything in months.
You'll think of something. As my dad used to say, he'd walk in the door and hit me in the head, and I go, I didn't do anything. He goes, you'll think of something. The last time I called Circle K, I tried to get a job storing food or counting food, and they said that's
right.
Right. And they said no. So this one's called in the LinkedIn ad. I'm dialing now. Store assistant, full-time, Circle K. Hello.
Debbie.
Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm calling about the job availability. I saw on LinkedIn ad. It says store assistant. Do you know anything about that? I want to make sure I could apply for that job.
Store assistant for this store?
Yes.
Well, you can apply, yes.
Okay, can you tell me what a store... Are you a store assistant?
No, I'm the store manager.
Oh, okay, Debbie, so I got to behave myself, so make sure I impress you. How long until I could get a managerial position if I were to apply?
Well, that depends on you.
What does the job involve again? If you could give me that information, I would sure appreciate it. I've been out of work since the pandemic hit, and I'm just trying to find something to do. And I think it seems like I'm a people person, as you can probably tell.
Okay, so it is a retail store.
Mm-hmm.
Circle K. Have you ever heard of Circle K
Oh,
before?
sure. I love it. It's great.
The job, as an assistant manager, the job pretty much entails being able to be available 24/7, 7 days a week.
How's that? How's be available 24/7, 7 days a week? How's that possible? I don't get it.
I mean, you would have a schedule.
Yeah.
So you would have a regular schedule.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be available to work any shift.
Right.
So, and I do the schedule 2 weeks in advance. So, if you needed a day off, then you can write down on the calendar that you needed a Tuesday off. But other than that, there's not any set schedule.
Can you write it down right now? I'm going to need a Tuesday off somewhere, probably every month.
Probably. So it's just, you just need to be available. So then if somebody calls off, you need to be willing, not 100% of the time, but a whole bunch of the time, you need to be available to cover those shifts.
So I'm almost like, tell me if I'm wrong here, Debbie. I'm like a fireman, so to speak. You ring a bell or you text me or call me and say, hey, man, time to come to work. I've got to answer that bell.
Kind of, yeah.
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 Well, the problem is I like to kayak to work. And are you near a river?
No.
Okay, that's not going to work. Okay. And my job then is to come in there as the store assistant at the Circle K and just walk around and make sure, hey, man, hey, like to see if this is correct. Hey, put that down. Get out of here. You're loitering. Like that stuff or no? When people are reading magazines, you know how they loiter around and read Penthouse and things like that, do I stop them?
Yeah, you would stop them.
Okay, I love that. That's fun because I can't just, sit there behind the counter and go, pack a cigarette. I like to help people, suggest things. And I'm a good suggester. I would suggest to them, hey, you got that 6-pack of Busch beer. Why don't you get a 6-pack of this? You know what I mean? Another 6-pack. I could even drink with them if it would make them buy more. Why do you keep laughing at this?
Because I don't know. I just don't feel like you're very serious.
I'm extremely serious. I'm in LinkedIn. You got a LinkedIn ad for Circle K. How could I be less serious than this?
Oh, I don't know. We have a LinkedIn ad for Circle K?
Yeah, it's a link. It says right here. Look. It says store assistant, full-time, be the first applicant to apply. I'm on LinkedIn, and they sent me this because they thought I would be perfect for this. That's why I received it, Debbie. And you're the manager there, and you can make it happen.
You might be perfect for it, but I don't know. You'd have to take your job a little bit more seriously, though.
No. Wait a minute. I'm saying to you that I think what you miss in that store, you asked me if I was ever in a Circle K. I was there, and it seemed boring.
Oh, all right.
I don't want it to be boring. I want to make the experience of a Circle K. When they walk in, they go, hey, I got that one guy, John. He's so fun, and he wants us to, he drank with us, and he, I don't know, he hung out with us, and he...
Got all the other customers that are in the store.
Well, I won't ignore anybody. Everybody would be my friend. I mean, I learned to work well with people when I was in prison, and I think that's when I got that people sort of like me. They did.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are exactly, but I really have to go.
Do you know how many sick days I would get?
None.
Do you have casual Mondays?
The prison thing didn't work.
Shut up, Buzz. So if you're a prisoner, you shouldn't be able to get a job. If you came out of prison, if you served your time and did your time, you're saying you're not supposed to be able to get a job.
I wouldn't hire you.
You're a bastard. Good work if you can get it. Buzz said he wouldn't hire me if I was in prison. That's what he just said. Hold on a second.
Wouldn't hire you if you got out of prison.
Yeah, well, certainly. If I got out of prison, you wouldn't hire me. All right. Well, this is a guy, I got a voicemail from this guy who I had on the show a while ago. His name was Jim, and he ran a place in Chicago called Felony Frank's, where he only hired prisoners.
I've heard of that.
Ex-prisoners. And I'm looking at you just called me on our voicemail, 833-LOON line. Let's listen to that and see what he's thinking, and I'll remind people who he was.
Hey, Jonathan Brandmeier. It's Jim Andrews. I am the former owner of Felony Frank's, used to be in Chicago and in Oak Park, Illinois. If you'd give me a call, I'm working on a project. I'd love to talk to you about it. Maybe we could do a show about it.
All right. Now, this is who he was. He made national news. Felony Frank's opened up. The alderman did not want him around, thought it was a bad idea to have a bunch of ex-felons, ex-cons working in the restaurant where people were coming in.
They'd rather have him on the streets robbing people.
No, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Here's an example of some of the ideas we gave to him when he was going to open up his new store, Felony Frank's, for ex-cons.
The misdemeanor wiener.
Right.
The felony Frank.
The Felony Frank.
We're going to have a double hot dog, which is called Cellmate.
Right.
Chain Gang Chili.
Uh-huh.
We have all kinds of different names. Freedom Fries, Burglar Beef, a chicken breast sandwich.
Right.
Which will be a jailbird on a bun.
Right.
We have a clever menu worked out.
Okay, I have some more titles for you. The audience has sent some in on our email. I'll try to sell them to you. Tell me if you stop me if you think you could use one at Felony Frank's.
Go ahead.
All right, ready? Bubba's Pickle, Beef and Crowbar Croissant, Grab Your Ankle Onion Rings, Arson Poppers, Pot Pipe Poppers, Misdemeanor Meatball, Alcatraz Appetizer, 357 Garden Salad, 220-volt Hot Wings. How about this? Felony Frank's, you just can't beat our appeal. No?
Some of those are really cute, Johnny.
Yeah.
But you know what? The ones that are sex-oriented...
Take those out.
You know what? You got to throw those out.
What about Shawshank Shakes?
That's okay.
Parole Poppers.
Parole Poppers are good.
Come Swallow Combo.
Not good.
Escape Tunnel Tamale.
That's a cute one, Escape Tunnel Tamale. But you know what? People that are calling in with the dirty comments,
I'm with you on that.
They need to come up a level.
The Felony Frank, home of the misdemeanor wiener and lethal finjection fish sandwich.
Come and eat by us. The only thing you'll be convicted of, Johnny, is having good food.
Bail Bonds burrito?
Bail bond burrito.
The condemned corn dog?
Possibly.
Lights out lemonade?
Johnny, I got to get going. I got other media that's standing here waiting.
Oh, there is no other media in this town, mister.
You're the man.
All right. Good luck to you, Jim.
Thank you, Johnny.
I don't know why that thing closed, but I think they didn't, the city did not like Felony Franks. Jim Andrews was the owner. Remember the lines were painted on the walls with the height, and then the waiters would stand against it, and you get to pick them out of a lineup to deliver your food. And they had bathrooms, in the bathroom, they had soap on the floor. You had to go in there and pick it up.
Don't pick it up. Don't pick it
to
up.
wash your hands. And when you'd order the food at Felony Frank's. Now, people who think that I'm making this up, you do not recall this. Felony Frank, go ahead, Google it, man. Google anything I say. Google everything I say, because it's all true. It's all real. You would order your food, and they slide it into the bars with poles for you to eat it. And sometimes you'd eat off, like they had license plates. Plates. Do you know what I mean?
Right. License plates.
The valets at Felony Frank's did time for Grand Theft Auto. And so they knew how to get your car in and out real quick. And you only bought food with cigarettes or sexual favors. You only bought food with cigarettes or sexual favors.
Yeah, and it means food for no money.
Hey, you know what I did like there? I love the statutory crepes. Those things were so good. I'm telling you, man, I'm going to call this guy. Yeah, that dude. Listen, we had such fun with that guy. That guy made a national news story out of Felony Franks, Jimmy Andrews. Unbelievable.
It should be a restaurant.
It should be.
Felony Franks. It's a hot dog stand that sells hot dogs, and they give jobs to former felons.
All right.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I tell you, it's doing a lot better than its competitor, Pervert Burger. That's
See, Jay Leno needed our stuff. Pervert Burger. Wait a minute, I got to find that guy's number. What's his number again?
He's going to call the hotline.
Oh, you dialed him?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
Okay. I'll wait for the red light to light up. That guy had it going on, man.
Why did it go out? I mean, did the city close him down?
Let's find out when he calls. It's a great question. I mean, Felony Franks, food so good, it's criminal. That was his slogan, not mine. Dialed in now. He called us. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing?
Good. Who is this?
This is Johnny B. How you doing, brother? You told me to call you. You left a voicemail at 833-LOON line. I called you. I told Buzz about Felony Franks and how great that place was. And the question was, Felony Franks made national news. The slogan was, what again?
Home of the misdemeanor wiener.
And?
Food so good it's criminal.
See, and people think like I'm just making up wacky things. This is a real place. And I remember the alderman and you, I had you on with the alderman and you guys were fighting each other. He didn't want the felons in the neighborhood. He didn't want ex-cons working in the Chicago neighborhood that you were in. And, and how did it finally close down? Did they close it down to the city of Chicago?
No, I closed it on the corner of Jackson and Western because after I won the case in court, the city of Chicago had to pay my legal fees, which were $198,000.
Jeez.
They had to pay me $50,000 because that's the maximum amount that a judge would award. The general thing was, Jonathan, they would not give me a sign permit or a permit. So I opened up without the sign permit. I did not put up a sign.
Stop. Stop for a second. Jim, you wanted to put up a sign that said what?
Felony Franks.
Right. What's wrong with
the misdemeanor wiener?
Home of the misdemeanor wiener. Okay.
And it would have hung over the sidewalk.
Right.
And they would not give me the permit.
Right.
The alderman did not like the name. Based on that, he would not give me the permit.
Okay.
Well, the highlight of the whole deal is I made them in federal court, not city court, federal court, change the law in the city of Chicago that says any permit that sits on an alderman's desk for more than 45 days is an automatic approval.
Wow. That guy was Fioretti, wasn't it? Alderman Fioretti?
Fioretti. But when he lost the case to me, 2.5 blocks away from where he fought for 3 years, he allowed another liquor store to open, knowing that it would bring the drug dealers, the panhandlers, the prostitutes.
Weren't those things on your menu also that you just listed here? Weren't those things on your menu that you listed here? Bubba's Pickle?
Some of them.
Grab your ankle onion rings? All right, listen.
Jonathan, what a memory you got.
Now, wait a second. Let me be clear on something. So here's the question then, because it seems like an admirable thing that you had done. You're going to employ ex-convicts, okay? You're going to give them a job, and people, they're going to have work. Did you find enough employees? Did you have enough employees to put that thing in gear?
I had more people than I could produce jobs.
You had enough. The bottom line is you had enough people to do the job. The neighborhood didn't like you in the job. You went to court. You got a lawsuit. You got some money, and now you have another project. But I thought it was a great idea. You can buy your food with the cigarettes. You hang rap sheets for employees. You got the repeat offender chili dog. The customers throw the switch on the French fry machine. Employees had to break in to get to work. I think it's. I thought it was a great idea. Everything you did to me was, I didn't like that. If you commit a crime in the next 30 days, you get a free dog from Felony Frank's. I didn't like that. That seemed to be,
and a bowl of chili.
Yeah, and a bowl of chili. That's right. If you commit a crime in the next 30 days, you get a free dog from Felony Frank's and a bowl of chili. Hit and run drive-through windows. I thought it was good. Everything you did was right on. And I'm happy to be a part of. I'm happy that I was able.
I'm glad you were part, Jonathan. You know what? I want to tell you something. You were a big part of it, along with a lot of other media. I mean, I made it to the front page of the Wall Street Journal.
That's right. That's right. There's no question about it.
You know what? I had Regis Philbin came there. A lot of famous people. Now, I'm working on another project now that I've been working on for about 7 months.
Go ahead.
I want to put serial numbers on ammunition.
Go ahead.
Now just think about that.
No, you think about it. Go ahead.
Serialization of ammunition is a coming thing. You know why?
Why?
We want to keep our guns under the Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. But the gun owners have to be accountable for where their ammunition is shot. If I was to shoot somebody with the system that we have, we could take the lead projectile out of you, flatten it out, and with a magnifying glass or a microscope, we can pull the serial number off of that projectile, as well as the back of the cartridge itself. We're talking now seriously about accountability. You know, there's so much shooting going on, and 70% of the crimes in Chicago, the shootings and murders, they have no idea where to start to solve those crimes. Right. This will help do that.
You were taking those people that were drive-by shooting and killing people, and you were employing them when they got out of jail, right?
After they were rehabilitated.
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Allegedly.
It's all a cycle, Jonathan.
Yep. All right. Oh, listen, I like your other idea better. I want you to open that. I want you to open another Felony Frank's.
I may work on that. I don't know yet.
You just can't beat our appeal. Felony Frank's. Well, come on, you just can't beat our appeal. It's great, man. You had so many great slogans I gave you. How about conjugal corn dog? How about that? All the stuff I gave you? Shawshank Shakes.
Jonathan, you're a great guy. I love you.
I'll take the turkey wrap. I'll take the turkey wrap. Get it? I think Sodomy Sliders would have been good. Who you calling chicken wings was still good. Spankfurter.
Let's open up a place.
Why not? Why not?
So, and you know what? If we do it again, I'm going to call you to come and cut the ribbon.
All right. You heard him say it.
All right, Jonathan, I enjoyed our visit.
No, you didn't.
The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. This is the new Not Normal.
Think about it.
Get your all-new, limited edition Jonathan Brandmeier Shit Show merchandise at BrandmeierShow.com.
It's a great package. What a great package.
Coffee mugs.
There were several things I liked about it. One being the coffee cup, the shape of the coffee cup and the color. It says Shit Show on it if you look hard enough.
T-shirts.
The T-shirt I liked.
Face masks.
The mask is the only mask I've tried on that actually will stay on my face. It's a little weird because, you're on it.
You know what looks really weird? On me, it's my eyes under my eyes.
Under your eyes.
Look like I have 4 eyes when I'm wearing the Brandmeier Shit Show, a protective COVID mask.
Get yours now before it's all gone.
BrandmeierShow.com. Just go to that website and then hit merch.
The Shit Show.
The limited edition Shit Show crap.
At BrandmeierShow.com.
It's another Super Bowl sidebar story.
How can you improve the Super Bowl? You'd think it'd be hard to improve it, wouldn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll throw these by, see which ones stick.
All right.
Replace coaches' challenge flags with cheerleaders' bras. Yes. Judge, the coach has a challenge. He goes over to the cheerleader, takes her bra off, and throws it out into the field. Now you got yourself a party. Okay, replace helmets with bathing caps to reduce helmet-on-helmet hits. I'd like to see that. Why wouldn't they do that? Cover the end zones with hot coals to reduce TD celebration. Come on, that's just crazy talk. Air Force jets flying overhead during Super Bowl halftime strafe the crowd with golf balls. All right. How do you improve the Super Bowl? Use landmines to liven up player introductions. Now you're talking. Have overtime determined if it goes into overtime during the Super Bowl. Have it determined by a monkey race on horseback, and then the team picks a monkey and then they go.
Yeah.
Permit barrel jumping horses to attempt to block extra points and field goals. Squirrels could be trained to retrieve thrown penalty flags. Yes. Instead of football uniforms, the players dress up as pirates. All right. How can the NFL improve the Super Bowl in general, the game, the halftime, etc.? I would say allow Gilbert Gottfried into the locker room to deliver Vince Lombardi's winning speech. Each locker room before the game, or he could do it in the stadium itself, have Gilbert Gottfried do the Vince Lombardi winning speech.
Winning is not a sometime thing. It's the old-time thing. You don't win once in a while. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. There is no room for second place. There is only one place in my game, and that's first place. Winning isn't everything. It is the only thing.
Yes! The speech by Gilbert Gottfried. Let the Super Bowl begin.
My name is Vince Lombardi.
Yes?
I have a few things I'd like to talk to you about.
All right. Go ahead.
You look pretty husky.
Thank you.
It's another Super Bowl sidebar story.
I'm excited about it. Tommy Brady up in there.
This is the best Super Bowl ever. If Patrick Mahomes can beat Brady, he's on his way to being the GOAT himself. Mm-hmm. If he fails to win this game, he can never be the GOAT because he lost to Brady.
I like Brady. I want Brady
he's
in.
He's the best.
He's the man.
The greatest. But I've watched a lot of Patrick Mahomes. He's a magician.
I mean, Brady makes it look easy, man. He makes it look easy. You can't stop him. You can only contain him.
We'll see.
He's going to have his game face on. He's got great vision. He's got eyes at the back of his head. He makes the players around him better. He's the glue that holds the team together. He gives 110%. You want me to keep going? I will, because I'm telling you, I got nothing but accolades for Tom Brady. He makes things happen out there. He gets stronger as the game goes on. I mean, that's what I'm looking at. He's an impact player. He's a physical player. He's an explosive player. He's a tough, hard-nosed player. He's scrappy. He's unselfish. He's one of the best in the business, the real deal. He's a warrior. He can carry that team on his shoulders. He's got ice water in his veins, and he's going to have to bulk up in the offseason. That's the only thing I was thinking.
I'm going to quit drinking after that Super Bowl. I'm tired of hanging out all night long, staggering home around dawn. That's why I'm a quit drinking after the Super Bowl.
I'm going to quit drinking after the Super Bowl, but I didn't say which one.
This is Bart Starr. I just want to confirm a rumor that, yes, it was Jonathan Brandmeier who saved my career. You see, it was Johnny B who corrected a mechanical flaw in my throwing motion. If it weren't for Johnny, I wouldn't have stood a chance of making the Hall of Fame.
You know, you talk about Tom Brady and you talk about Patrick Mahomes. You talk about these two great quarterbacks. But to me, and I'm being as serious as I can be, the guy I loved the most was Bart Starr of the Green Bay Packers. He was in Super Bowl I. He was in Super Bowl II. He was the MVP of Super Bowl I. And it was the MVP of Super Bowl II. My man, Bart Starr.
And now, quite simply, a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame human being, Mr. Bart Starr.
Mr. Bart Starr! How are you, sir? Nice to see you. He brought a football! Wait a minute. Throw me the ball once, Bart. I can say I caught one pass from Bart Starr. Here we go. Yeah, I caught it! Oh, this is a great ball, man. Is this a gift? Or are you doing something with this?
No, it's a gift for you.
It is?
Oh, sure. We're going to sign it for you in just a minute.
Oh, baby. Oh, Bart, come on. Let's go down and throw me a couple out patterns. Let's just go down the street. Throw a couple of balls to me.
You got it.
You want to?
Sure. About 10 yards away.
No, I could catch one in the street.
No, I mean, I can't throw it there any farther.
Why? Is your arm hurting now?
No. I'm just
we got to get you right in that mic there, Bart. Thanks for the ball.
You're welcome. We'll sign it when we're all done. How have you been?
I've been great. You know, really, I want to go. Can you just to say, you know, that you threw me a couple of passes would be great. When you on your way out, which way are you going to go? Are you going to go downstairs?
Any way you want to go.
On your way out, I will go down and then we'll just throw one outside. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
You got it. It is.
Johnny B!
We are here downstairs, right on the Chestnut Street side of the John Hancock building. The king of NFL quarterbacks is here right now, but he's going to throw me a pass. All right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a historical event. Let's get some witnesses here. Your name? Bruce Abrams. Bruce will be doing the play-by-play. Now, Bart, I did not coerce you in any way. You're going to throw it, as well as you can. I'll tell you what. Now, this is really remote. This is remote. That's right. Why don't you tell him what you're going to do? We'll let Bart take the phone. Bart, what would you like me to run? What kind of pattern?
John, I'd like you to run a nice, quick slant in.
What?
Oh, that'll make it easy for you. We'll just run a little curl.
To the left?
Either way.
A button hook. I want to do a curl. All right. Here we go. Bart, go ahead. You can call. I want to hear Bart actually call the signals now. I want to make it really realistic, okay?
All right, on two. Okay, you're all set.
Johnny is down the field. Bart throws it. And Brandmeier catches it and scores. It was a great catch. The pass wasn't that good, but Brandmeier made a great one-handed catch.
And what's your name again? Can you believe this? The first thing we have to do is teach you what a curl is.
I didn't run a curl. Jonathan Brandmeier has caught a pass from Bart Starr. I'm Johnny B, and we'll be right back.
You need to hear the history to see the future.
Yeah. I caught it, at least.
It's another Super Bowl sidebar story.
You're listening to Johnny B.
My advice to you, start drinking heavily.
Leave Johnny B a voicemail at 833-LOON line.
Brandmeier, do you smoke pot?
For entertaining, not complaining.
Rock and roll, man.
Look ahead now. Email brandmeyershow@gmail.com. Love reading them. We'll get to the voicemail 1 second here. Email from Julie. Julie says, "Hey, Johnny, by the way, YMCA has been used during was used during Trump's entire campaign, and the Village people should have been happy to get the coverage of their old song and the money." Okay, we talked about how he left on Air Force One. That was last episode 35. The president left on Air Force One with the tune YMCA playing, and that's what she's referring to. I find a lot of people catching up to the podcasts. It's good. Also, she says a colonoscopy killed Andy Rooney. If you do colon flushes, you don't need a colonoscopy.
Where are you getting that from?
From Julie. I don't know where she's getting it from. She just said, I got a colonoscopy coming up. If I didn't get a colonoscopy, according to the doctor, as you heard in the letter, I would be dead. So guess what? I'm not going to do a colon flush.
And move on.
No, what's because Julie tells me to. You nuts. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Julie doesn't want me to get a colonoscopy because she wants me to croak. And I like by the way, Julie, if you're telling me not to get a colonoscopy, but you reference that Andy Rooney didn't have one, it's not really going to get my attention. Well, doctor, Johnny, why aren't you coming in for your call? Well, Andy Rooney had one and he died. Andy Rooney was 90.
I know. It may have kept him alive that long.
Right. Colonoscopy. I like it. I used to be so weird, like any doctor. I would spend time, and I am not exaggerating, trying to figure out a way to tie those robes so I could keep them on, because I couldn't, they'll give them to you, I couldn't tie them on, and my butt's sticking out, and I hate it.
But that's what they're looking for in a colonoscopy, your butt hanging out.
I know, but I don't want it, but they make you walk down the hallway.
They have to have easy access.
To your butt. That's a
I'm telling you, the time I had one, I went in there, and they rolled me in, and they put me on the gurney, and I'm lying there, and the girl's reading the chart, and she pauses, and she goes, "Oh, geez." I said, "What do you mean, oh, geez?" Mm-hmm. Well, you got Dr. something or other, Gearing or something. And I said, "Well, what's up with him?" "Well, he's a little less than sensitive." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And, and she moves on. And then, then the doctor comes in and go, a colonoscopy, they jam something up there, man, and it really goes the distance. And
but you don't know, you can't feel it.
Well, I was out. I mean, you're semi out. But when the guy did it, the less than sensitive doctor, I came off the table.
Oh, now I get what you're saying. Oh.
I came off the table. And everybody backed up. I mean, it was like, they had to give me some more juice. They had to calm me down.
Wow.
And so, it's not all fun and games.
What? So that makes... You know how less than sensitive you have to be to make a guy jump out of an anesthetic?
Well, you'd have to think that he enjoyed it.
Yeah, there's something about that is just wrong. Did you report him to somebody?
No, I was happy to get out with my life.
They do have great anesthesia because just like that, out and up, bingo. Yeah. Then I had a boogie in my butt as I jumped around the room. Yeah, I had a tree in my butt. A bumblebee was in my butt. I had a clock in my butt. A rock in my butt.
You had a sensitive physician in your butt.
Yep. I had a tin cannon. I had a tiny man in my butt. I'm sure that'll come and drop in somewhere in one of those crazy Facebooks. And Brandmeyer had a tiny man in his butt. Yeah. I have some very exciting news, Buzz. And last week we found out we were the number 3 best song ever written about Milwaukee. Number 3. Yeah. In the whole world, Hey There, Milwaukee Polka was number 3. But we have another announcement I think you're going to be pretty excited about. Are you sitting down?
Yep, I am sitting down.
Okay. I received an email from the podcast status system reports. And it says, hope all is well. I have some cool information that you're going to be happy to hear. Your podcast, the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast on Apple Podcast, is ranked number 57 in South Africa. Thank you.
I don't want to upset
Don't get too excited. Yes, go
I
ahead.
think we can do better.
But you see what I mean? You got to start somewhere. There's 1 billion podcasts out there, but guess who's number 57 in South Africa? Thank you. I would like to say thank you very much. Don't let Buzz listen. Don't listen to him, South Africa. We appreciate it. Number 57. Yoo-hoo! Thank you, Carlos, and thank you to the podcasting company. Email brandmeiershow@gmail.com. Thanks for coming back for season 2. Oh, you're welcome. It's not easy. Who thought season 2? Who thought that this shit show would still be going on? Not this show we're doing, but the shit show out in the world.
Yeah, no one.
Nobody could have predicted it. Anyway, this guy says, hey, thanks for coming back. Just heard episode 36, needed it more than ever. News and bad politics dominate everything, and it's all way too serious out here and depressing. We need the irreverence, the humor, your sense of joy. Yeehaw! Please stay on. Thanks again. Look forward to more shows. Thank you, Chris. This is very nice of you. This one, we had talked in episode number 23, apparently. It says here, hey, Johnny was listening to episode number 23 and spoke to a woman who started the gender reveal parties. You asked her several times, would anyone care about the gender of a baby unless they were the parents, which is still a question I would ask. If you have a baby, I don't really want to go to your gender reveal party because I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
No, what would it mean? So I asked her several times. Then Amy goes on to say she danced around the answer, but the real answer, in my opinion, Amy says, is that the younger generation thinks we are interested in every single moment of their lives. And that is why they post what they eat, how they sleep, and the gender of their unborn baby. And then in all caps, who cares? Thanks for listening. Thank you, Amy.
She's right. Well, I mean, it's because of all the media stuff. And when I say media stuff, like the telephone that takes pictures and videos of I mean, you are a media star, no matter who you are.
Yep.
Somebody thinks you're the greatest, and you're a star, and you feel empowered by all that attention. And that's when if you're an asshole, you become a super asshole.
Super asshole. I was just an asshole, but now I'm a super asshole.
That's right.
I'm here to save the world. Super asshole. That's nice. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Everybody listen. 1 billion podcasts. Everybody can just get on and do whatever they want. They don't need us. They can talk to themselves.
Yeah.
This lady says...
Apparently that's not too fun.
That's right. Just talk to yourself. Super assholes. Okay. This is Julie from Alaska. Excuse me. There was one place in Alaska where I could get frozen home run-in pizza. Ever since COVID, our shipment has stopped. The store here in Alaska can't get them anymore.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's huge if you know home run in pizza. I mean, if that's what you eat.
Last week you were saying it was great, and as I was dialing, I was saying, I loved it. It was fantastic.
The best frozen pizza available, as far as I can tell.
The store can't get them anymore. I'm so sad. Yeah, frozen pizza, you'd think it'd be in Alaska.
Right.
I grew up in Chicago. There's no one here who can make a decent pizza, so I'm moving back this summer. I'm serious. Anyway, love you guys are back. You made me laugh for years. COVID sucks. Stay safe. Julie Wilson in Alaska. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You guys, I'm going to apologize to you right now, everybody out there.
What's up?
You know what's up. Every time I hear the word Alaska.
Oh.
I'm the only gay Eskimo. I'm the only one I know.
I'm the only gay Eskimo in my life. Okay, I got it. I just got it in my head. It's like the Tiger King song. I can't get out of my head. And this one says, Johnny, this is from Doug DeLuga. Thinking about you from a Twilight Zone episode, Person or Persons Unknown. I'm watching it and sending you this.
A man's life is made up of a million details, Doctor. And some of those details are private. Now, I've gone places. I've done things that I've never told to anyone, not even my wife.
Of course. I'm sure that's quite true. Now, suppose we go back to your room and you think about it.
Oh, no. You think about it.
Awesome! You think about it. That is great. That was in the Twilight Zone.
Now, suppose we go back to your room and you think about it.
Oh, no. You think about it.
Yeah, you think about it. Voicemail 833 Loon Line. You people are nuts. We know that. Thank you for entertaining us all these years, boys and girls. We love it. 833 Loon Line.
Well, hello, Johnny B. This is Bill Curtis. I am sitting in my lounge chair drinking a cocktail made with Lysol and vodka. I'm enjoying the podcast, and I'm having a hard time breathing. I think it's the cocktail. Gotta go, Johnny.
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about.
This is Bill Curtis sending it back to Johnny B.
That's how Bill Curtis really
That's
sounds.
right.
That's not Bill Curtis. If you're going to do a Bill Curtis, or if you're going to do, I see the label here, if you're going to do a Charlton Heston, it better be good. Click.
Johnny, Buzz, hello, my pets. This is the ghost of Chuck Heston. Click. I'm so sorry, panty wastes, that we missed Clickmas. But next time, I want to have you both over to trim my tree.
All right. Come back. No, don't bring him back. He's done. He's not coming back. Come back. No, leave him alone. That is nuts. 833 Loon Line.
Hi, Johnny. I just wanted to let you know I had a dream about you last night. It was nothing naughty. You just came over to our house, and my parents' house, and you were just really compassionate, and you helped us fix things around the house, and there was somebody that was being mean to me, and you stood up for me, and I woke up this morning, I just felt really happy. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it was from your last show that I was listening to, and I just felt when you were talking about your colonoscopy, I'm having one next month, and I think I just felt some kind of connection. I don't know, but it was a really wonderful dream, and I woke up and I just felt really happy, and I just wanted to share that with you. So you must be a really good guy. Mm-hmm. Not always just funny, but must be somebody with a really good heart. Yep. So your wife is very fortunate. Have a lovely day. Love listening to you. Glad you're back. Bye-bye.
Yeah, did you hear what she said? No, that's a beautiful voicemail. She's very nice.
Right.
She's got me pegged, Buzz.
Well, you should offer a service, you know.
Yes, I should.
I'm not sure what the service would be.
I know. Oh, yeah. Hello. How's it going? I'm here with my kind heart. Yeah, no, that's very sweet. Thank you. 833 Loon Line.
Hey, Johnny. I was just wondering if I'm listening to episode 10, and I was just wondering if you ever found out about the reason why you had to die before 95 for your wife to get your insurance money. I'm curious about that. Thanks, bye.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's the policy I signed and that she signed. And if I live past 95, which my mother-in-law is in a nursing home and she's 92, Angelo died at whatever, 91, you know, I'm living past 95. So that means in order for me to take care of my family with this highfalutin insurance policy they got that's going to pay them lots of money, I got to croak before 95. And the only answer was, that is the way it's spelled out in the contract. I got nothing else. So I don't know. And there's some insurance guys. I see you left some voicemails about it, whatever. Anybody can tell me if there's a better policy, I'll take it. Okay? Yeah, why don't you go with that girl who had the dream about you and see if she'll take care of you at 95? Yeah. Okay, one more voicemail. 833 Loon Line.
Bring me the body of Larry King. I'll make it all pretty with tinsel and string. Bring me the body of Larry King. I'll jam a speaker in his mouth and make it sing. Click.
What is your deal, man? That doesn't even make sense.
Hey, Johnny.
I know.
Eat me.
He's the one who said it, Larry. I didn't say it. Bring me the body of Larry King. Oh, I know. He's doing the bring me the body of... Oh, no, there's one, bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. And then there's one, bring me the carcass of Ernie Banks.
There you go.
That's where that dude's get, yeah. All right, here we go. Let's sing together.
Give it up. Give it to me. Give me the carcass of Ernie Banks. Want to keep it in a 50-gallon tank? I'll write you a check and leave it blank. Give me the carcass of Ernie Banks. There are those who say the man is still alive. I don't listen to all that jive.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Give it up. Give it to me now. Give me the carcass of Ernie Banks. I don't care how bad it shrank. I will bow and give you thanks. Give me the carcass of Ernie Banks now.
Yeah. Bring me the carcass of Ernie Banks. That's where we got that. The Loon Line, call anytime. We love hearing you. 833 Loon Line. Email brandmeyershow@gmail.com. And remember, put your phone numbers down, because sometimes you don't have to call us on the Loon Line, or when we're live, we'll call you.
Jonathan Brandmeier. The Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast. Woo! Send Johnny B your wacky songs, jokes, and other funny shit to brandmeyershow@gmail.com.
Yeah. Don't call us, we'll call you. You want us to call you or someone to jack with? We like to do that too. brandmeyershow@gmail.com. You heard Jimmy Mack. That's what he said. We're on the Brandmeier broadcast system, unfiltered and free, baby. BBS. BBS. Emphasis. This guy says, he sent 2 emails. And I when people send notes and they on our email, and they all think I remember everything. It's sort of like, yeah, hey, Johnny. This guy goes, hey, Mr. Brandmeier, it's me, Danny, again.
Not Bonaducci.
No. I was your guest along with Richie Havens in studio for a project in 1992. Oh, that Danny. Of course, Buzz. You remember Danny? I know. And then they say it so matter-of-factly. Oh, yeah. Hey, Johnny, it's Danny. I'm now a co-author of a Grateful Dead Band's Faced book, Volume 2 coming up, and I'll include a foreword by Bob Weir. I want you to know I live in Wisconsin after my psycho ex-wife threw me out. I look forward to talking to you. I'm dealing with substances now and getting into trouble, like well-meaning sort of trouble, at the age of 63. I was a felon with 2 joints of weed. I had the best times on your show in April of 92. Call or write me, Danny.
And this is a deadhead?
This is Danny. He wrote a book about it. Allegedly.
And he's dealing with substances? Is that what he said?
I don't know, man. I just
that would
don't.
make him... It seems like...
There's a picture
seems
of
like
him.
drug dealing.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Hello, Dan here.
Hey, Danny, this is Johnny B. I got your email, and we were calling you because you don't call us. We'll call you.
Hey, long time no hear.
Hey, Danny.
92.
Yeah, and Buzz, this is Danny, our long lost friend, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
forgot me, of course. It's been 100 years. But, yeah, Richie Havens and I were on your show one day, and Richie was acting up.
Now, wait a second, because I remember that. Think about who Richie Havens was, and tell me if I'm wrong, Danny. He opened Woodstock. He opened it.
Yes, he did.
Right.
He was the first performer.
Are you saying that you came with the real Richie Havens who opened for Woodstock, and he sang in our studio?
Yes.
Okay.
That was me. I was with the guy there, Buzz, and I was not supposed to push this button to go live, and I kept pushing it. Oh, we called George Harrison, but he was changing a light bulb. I told you, don't call him, please.
George couldn't talk because he was changing a light bulb.
And it bothered you. It bothered you that he was changing his own light bulb as a Beatle. And I was the guy that was in the room with the kind of, I guess I might have had the drug problem, small one, and I was in there smoking or something. And you kept on saying, Pipes, well, why don't you travel some today with Richie and leave Dan and just keep going? You were making good fun of me. And you should have, because people still are, and they should be.
Okay, so that's the story. I'm going to play that Richie Havens thing, because that was it was magical. Okay, and but hold on a minute. So you wrote here, I wanted you to know a friend of Jerry Garcia is my boss, and a new book, Deadhead Stories. I want to get that in for you. And I'm still dealing with substances. You say you're still getting into trouble. You have a felony. You had a felony for 2 joints of weed, and you had the best times.
Well, 2.5 joints in the Kenosha Sheriff's, yeah. 2.5 joints. That half joint makes all the difference.
And your psycho ex-wife threw you out. Am I wrapping that up correctly?
And it's a long story, but it just gets crazier than that. I don't want to go into how crazy it gets, but my life has gotten much, much, much crazier in the last 10 years than before.
Now you've written a book, volume 1 and 2, about the Grateful Dead, and that's out right now.
I'm a co-writer. Oh gosh, no. I'm a co-writer. It won the award for the Guinness for the largest amount of writers. All of us are fans or family or really close to them, and we write our own little anecdotes about how we became to know them, or how we befriended them, or how we just ran into them. I love the way that at least 200 to 200,000 girls said, hey, Jerry was looking at me when he did the song, which is interesting because Jerry Garcia would have had to have had about a billion eyes. No, I'm kidding. I knock the Grateful Dead heads because I am one, so I can do that.
All right. That's interesting.
They're a bunch of stoners. They're a bunch of stoners.
You know,
we're not trying to hide it, though, now.
You know the Grateful Dead joke, don't you, Danny?
What did the Deadhead say when he got off drugs?
What?
Man, this band sucks.
Do you remember that one? Yeah, you got the Dead Man. Danny's got a book out. Give the title.
No, I didn't know that, but I can guarantee you 17,000 more people will know it in about 5 minutes.
That's a good joke.
They kicked me off their Dead sites last year because my writing was so descriptive. They kicked me off of opiates, and all they'll give me is Valium. Oh, woe is me. I love life, and lots of fun. I got lots of great stories, and I love you guys. Life is such a trip.
All right, Danny, stop talking for a second. I don't want you to talk. Just shh, Danny, quiet. I want you to hear something. I want you to listen. This is only going to take 1 second, and I mean literally 1 second. We did a celebrity wake up to Jerry Garcia. And I said, Jerry, this is Johnny B. calling Celebrity Wake Up. And he said,
I'm going back to sleep.
That's all he said. Once again,
I'm going back to sleep.
I'm going back to sleep.
That's at least 2 seconds.
Jerry Garcia. He just hung right up. Okay, listen, now, I want to be clear on this. Richie, you came in with Richie Havens in the studio back there in our Love Lounge. Richie did open for Woodstock, correct? He was the first guy on stage, right?
Yes, Richie was the opening act on stage because they couldn't fit the full band, a different band, inside the helicopter. So he and his 2 men went, the other guitar player and the bongo player.
See, excellent info right there, Danny. I appreciate it. Now, let's listen to that. This is Richie Havens live in the Love Dart Lounge.
Here he is. Let's see. Mr. Richie Havens.
There must be some way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's so much confusion, I can't get no relief. You and I have been through that. This is not our fate. Let us not speak falsely now. The hour is getting late, late. No need to get excited. He kindly spoke. There's so many here amongst us think that life is but a joke. You and I, we've been through that. This is not our fate. Let us not speak falsely now. The hour is getting late. All along the watchtower, all along the watchtower, all along the watchtower, the princess kept the view. All the women, they came and went, barefoot servants too. Outside in the distance, wildcat did growl, and two riders came approaching, and the wind began to howl. The wind began to howl. There may be some way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's so much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, proud men dig my earth. None of them along the line know what any of it is worth. Know what any of it is worth. Know what any of it is worth.
Yeah! Richie Havens live in a Love Dart Lounge. Beautiful.
That was great, man.
Oh, boy, man.
That was just...
just to hear that again, it seems like yesterday.
There it was. That's just to me, as I'm hearing it, I'm thinking to myself, what a wonderful job I have. Just to be able to say that guy sat there in front of me, and we stopped you, Danny, the guy that sent me this email, from playing the bongos with him. Thank you. We did that.
Oh, man, they stopped me every time I tried to play the bongos. Thank you so much. You made my day. Go to deadheadstories.org.
That's Danny. A friend of Jerry Garcia was his boss, his email said. He wrote some Deadhead stories. He's dealing with substances, got into trouble. We can see why.
Jeez.
Still interesting. A couple of joints put him away on a felony. He's in 2.5 joints. And he was in our studio in 1992 with Richie Havens, and we were supposed to remember him. Grateful Dead fans based book is out now. You know how to get a hold of us. Sometimes we want you to. BrandmeyerShow@gmail.com.
I'm going back to sleep.
Later.
I gotta go do a thing at a place.
All right, numbnuts. We've reached the end of another edition of the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Jesus, why? Tell
check out the brand new limited edition Brandmeier merchandise. Masks, mugs, shirts, collectibles, CDs, and more at BrandmeierShow.com. Just click merch when you get there.
I don't understand you.
When you visit, be sure to sign up for email updates.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And download podcasts on demand so you could listen to Johnny B whenever you want.
Johnny the Monkey.
Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever podcasts are found. If you want, leave a review.
Hit it, Grandpa.
Follow Johnny B on Facebook at facebook.com/Brandmeier Show.
You are erect, sir. Hi-yo.
And leave a voicemail at 833-LOON-LINE for entertaining, not complaining.
I hate to complain, but I have to.
I'm Jimmy Mack, and if you're into Star Wars, check out my show at RebelForceRadio.com for Star Wars news, celebrity interviews, and more.
I can't keep it all in my mind.
Thanks for listening to the Jonathan Brandmeier Showcast.
Bingo!
Rate it, comment, subscribe,
and keep hope alive.
Click.
Adios.